The next three members of the International Space Station crew include an Air Force pilot and law student, a chemistry professor and former electrician, and a paratrooper turned police officer turned spacecraft engineer. Russian Air Force Colonel Alexander Skvortsov was born in Shelkovo near Moscow because his father's job had brought the family to Star City, a town with no hospital.
My father was a member of the cosmonaut corps, not for too long because he had health issues, but still I heard many good things about it. And the idea of space has always been very strong and strongly present in our families.
Skvortsov's ambition to fly was nurtured growing up in a military family that moved from city to city and led to what he calls a pretty standard educational path. After high school in Morshansk, he completed study at the Stavropol Air Force Pilot and Navigator School, spent 7 years in the National Air Defense Force, then studied at the Military Red Banner Air Defense Academy. Skvortsov graduated the academy in 1997, the same year he was selected for the Cosmonaut Corps, and started training to fulfill his boyhood ambition.
People who have this spirit that makes them strive for discoveries, for research, to go higher, to go deeper, that is something that allows us to do new things, achieve new goals. And this is what humanity is all about.
In the years he's been preparing for this first spaceflight, Skvortsov's also been studying at the Russian Academy of Civil Service to become a lawyer.
My college finals coincide with the fact that I will have to fly in space, so I'll have to take a short break and I guess graduate the year after that.
When we did inspections every night,
Tracy Caldwell Dyson was born in Arcadia, California, and thinks of all of Southern California as her hometown. She remembers dreaming about space as a young girl, but she first thought of it as a career when she was a high school student who saw a teacher, Krista McAuliffe, prepare for her spaceflight.
You start to realize that I've got something in common with this person, and if a teacher has the right stuff and a teacher's teaching me all day long, I spend more time with my teachers than I do my parents, then it became very interesting to me.
Nearing graduation and unsure of what she wanted to be, Dyson took her parents' advice and made a list of things she liked: being athletic, studying science, working with tools, learning languages and cultures.
When I looked at that list and then I looked at what astronauts were doing, this seemed like a pretty good match, and that was the diving board that I sprang from into college and graduate school and the path that I took.
Dyson earned her bachelor's degree in chemistry at California State University at Fullerton, where she was a sprinter and long jumper on the track team while working as an electrician for her father's contracting company. She completed her doctorate in chemistry at the University of California at Davis and won a postdoctoral fellowship in environmental science before being selected as an astronaut in 1998. She made her first spaceflight on the shuttle mission that delivered the S5 Trust to the International Space Station, and thinks the planet would be in better shape if more people could make that trip.
You know, you take the firmest believer in not having humans in space and you launch them and you take them right in front of a window and have them look at that beautiful, plump, pink and blue planet as it turns from sunrise to sunset, and they'll change their mind.
Mikhail Kornienko was born in the city of Syzran on the Volga River in western Samara, just a year before Yuri Gagarin's spaceflight changed the world.
And then the space exploration was only starting, and every young boy was dreaming of being a cosmonaut. And I was not an exception, especially because my father was a rescue helicopter pilot.
His father's military job took the family to Yuzhno-Uralsk, and when Kornienko was 6, his father died in a helicopter crash during a rescue. The young boy lived with his grandmother for a few years, and then joined his mother and brother in Chelyabinsk when he started the 7th grade, 1 year before he was old enough to enroll at the Young Cosmonauts School there.
And I joined that school and studied for 2 years. And we were not too young anymore. We were basically young adults, and we were studying navigation. And also we were allowed to do some parachute jumping.
After high school, Kornienko worked in a radio equipment plant before joining the Soviet Army and serving as a paratrooper. Then he joined the Moscow militia, or police force, while studying at the Moscow Aviation Institute. He worked as a mechanical engineering designer before getting on at the Baikonur Cosmodrome as a launch equipment specialist, where for a time he led the team responsible for servicing the Buran spacecraft. Kornienko joined the Rocket Space Corporation Energia as an engineer in 1995. He was selected for the Cosmonaut Corps in 1998 and has worked as an EVA specialist while preparing for his first spaceflight.
And of course we are going to colonize the planets that are close to us. And the mindset of forward-looking scientists and other specialists is that we do have to continue the space exploration, and it has to be human. We have to see the space with human eyes.